What is up, beautiful people? DH here. I wanted to jump in here and share, what to do when you're alone, right? Because maybe this is a message that's closely personal. With coronavirus, many people are spending more time with their family. Many people are spending more time with their kids. Some people's kids are virtual learning. Some people are working from home and they're not accustomed to doing that. Some people are around the same people more frequently. And so there's an inner desire for us to spend some time alone just to clear the energy, just to be in our own space. So it's like when you get these windows, what do? Right? And I had this experience today as I dropped my kids off at their cousins, they wanted to play. And so I found myself like, wow, what am I gonna do? And versus getting overwhelmed and basically I don't do anything, I was like, well, what can I do to be as nurturing to myself as possible, right? And so when we have these windows, they may be 15 minutes. You may have a whole day by yourself and that's beautiful, but like, how do we capitalize on these small windows of time that we get? And time is not linear, it's an illusion anyway. So, however, if we do have 20, 30, 40 minutes of actual time here, how can we make it feel like it's 5, 6, 7 hours, right? And it's understanding what to do to raise our vibration. It's having a list or an idea of the things that raise your vibration, that lift you up, that bring good and nurturing, high frequency energy to you. And so for me, it's like I was driving after dropping them off and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna take a shower. I'm gonna do a quick tidy. I'm gonna read, I'm gonna write, and I'm gonna possibly play my guitar. And I may just sit in stillness for 5 minutes. Just sit in stillness, close my eyes, focus on my breathing. And my point being is that clearing of energy, when you find yourself in your own little auric field, your own little energy bubble, there's no outside influence. There's nobody needing you. There's nothing that you need to go do or knowing that you need to show up for. And so it's crucial for us to fill our void, to fill that void with calming, nurturing mind, body, spirit, right? So when I say, I'm going to take a shower, or I may do a quick 15-minute workout, or I may do some breath work, or may read and may write. It's spending time nurturing mind, body, spirit. I may make myself a smoothie. It's just we have to capitalize on those windows, because what that window does for me is it allows me to really show up in my presence for my kids. And so how do we find that small window? It's almost like the Central Park in the middle of New York City, right? Central Park is this tranquil, calm environment that's green and lush and trees and nature, and it's in the middle of the hustle and bustle of New York City, one of the most highly populated and most highly energized cities in the entire world. And so if that city can do it, then how can we find ours in busy days, in long holiday weekends when the kids are getting bored? And so for me, that's what I've done. I find myself sitting out here and I've already taken a shower, I've already tidied up my house, I'm having good energy, I'm listening to calming and tranquil music, and all that's doing is flushing out the system. All that's doing is detoxing the mind of all the to-do lists and all the things that we fill our schedule with, and it brings us into presence. It brings us into this present moment, which is all we have in all of existence. And so if we can't be present in the present moment because we're thinking about all the things that we have to do or all the people that we have to show up for, then we're not really living in tranquility. We're not living in soul's alignment. We're just living a very highly charged, highly caffeinated, probably somewhat anxiety-filled daily practice. And so if we choose self and we connect with nature and we allow ourselves to share our gifts, it really brings us into a place of tranquility. It brings us into a place of wholeness and universal and unconditional love. And that's how we show up in our fullness. So I love y'all. Hopefully you guys are able to find some time alone and how to capitalize on that time alone, whether it's 15 or 30 minutes, whether it's an hour, and you're not overwhelmed with what am I going to do with all this time? And then there's almost like you're spinning plates because you can't find that frequency. So I'm sending lots of love and light to everybody. Hope you have a beautiful, long and extended weekend. And if you're watching this and it's not during the weekend, hopefully you have a beautiful journey on this day.